We will do chapter exercise from your honeydew for class 8, lesson 4, Bepin Choudhury's Lapse of Memory. For comprehension check, page number 61. Question number 1. Why did the man stare at Bepin Babu in disbelief? Answer. According to Parimal Ghosh, he met Bepin Babu at Ranchi in 1958. He got surprised and stared at Bepin Babu in disbelief as the latter failed to recognize him and concluded that Bepin had a memory lapse of his stay in Ranchi. Question 2. Where did Bepin Babu say he went in October 58? Answer. Bepin Babu said that he went to Kanpur in October 58 and spent the puja with a friend. Question 3. Mention any 3 or more things that Parimal Ghosh knew about Bepin Babu. Answer. Given below are a few things that Parimal Ghosh knew about Bepin Babu. Number 1. Bepin Babu had a fall in Choudhury and injured his right knee. Number 2. Bepin Babu stayed in a bungalow at Ranchi and he wasn't so fond of hotel food and he preferred to have his meal cooked by a bawarchi. Number 3. He did not have any children. Bepin Babu lost his wife 10 years ago and his only brother had died of insanity in a mental hospital in Ranchi. For comprehension check on page number 64. Question 1. Why did Bepin Babu worry about what Parimal Ghosh had said? Answer. Bepin Babu was surprised that Parimal Ghosh knew a lot of his personal details. He was aware of Bepin's leg injury, bag of books, his wife's death, and his brother's insanity. After hearing so many details from that man, Bepin Babu felt with conviction that there was no valid reason for Parimal to lie about his trip to Ranchi. This made him wonder if he really had a temporary memory loss about his visit to Ranchi. Question 2. How did he try to decide who was right, his memory or Parimal Ghosh? Answer. Bepin Babu was really worried after his encounter with Parimal Ghosh, who adamantly claimed to have known him since 1958 during his visit to Ranchi. Besides, when Bepin Babu checked the injury on his right knee, he realized he had no memory of this injury. Hence, to solve the confusing puzzle about his Ranchi visit, Bepin Babu decided to contact Dinesh Mukherjee, who according to Parimal Ghosh was at Ranchi in 1958, to check if the latter remembered the incidents that happened in 1958. This was the only way he felt all his doubts and confusion could be clarified. Question 3. Why did Bepin Babu hesitate to visit Mr. Mukherjee? Why did he finally decide to phone him? Answer. Initially, Bepin Babu hesitated to visit Mr. Mukherjee because he was afraid of Dinesh's ruthless sarcasm that he might need to face. He felt that if the whole story about Ranchi was false, Mukherjee would think that he had gone insane. He rather ignored whatever details that Parimal divulged in the bookstore and regarded all as false. But being constantly troubled by the incident at the bookstore and having no other means for verifying the claims of Parimal Ghosh, Bipin Babu finally decided to phone Mr. Mukherjee because that way his embarrassment wouldn't be visible to the later. Question 4. What did Mr. Mukherjee say? Did it comfort Bipin Babu or add to his worries? Answer. Mr. Mukherjee quickly checked his diary and confirmed that both he and Bipin Babu were in Ranchi in October 1958 during the Puja holidays. This confirmation put Bipin Babu in a fix and he was unable to figure out why and how he possibly could have forgotten about the Ranchi trip. For comprehension check, on page number 67, question 1. Who was Chunilal? What did he want from Bipin Babu? Answer. Chunilal was Bipin Babu's old schoolmate. He had been having a rough time lately and had been coming to see Bipin Babu to help him find a job. Bipin Babu knew he could not do much to help Chunilal. However, Chunilal kept turning up often at his house like a bad penny. Question 2. Why was Dr. Chanda puzzled? What was unusual about Bipin Babu's loss of memory? Answer. Dr. Chanda became puzzled after listening to Bipin Babu's lapse of memory because he had never dealt with a case such as Bipin Babu's. He mentioned that this medical condition was typically out of his field of experience. The unusual thing about Bipin Babu's case was that he remembered everything in his past except for one particular incident. Dr. Chanda said that Bipin Babu must have been to Ranchi. However, due to some unknown reason, the entire episode had slipped out of his mind. Hence, Dr. Chanda suggested him to visit Ranchi to try recollecting any bygone incident that might remind him of the past. Comprehension check on page 69. Question 1. Had Bipin Babu really lost his memory and forgotten all about a trip to Ranchi? Answer. Perhaps no. Bipin Babu didn't have any lapse of memory or forgotten all about the trip to Ranchi. From the letter sent by Chunilal, it was evident that he played a trick on Bipin Babu, who didn't help him to get a job. Question 2. Why do you think Chunilal did what he did? Chunilal says he has no money. What is it that he does have? Answer. Chunilal had plotted the entire incident because Bipin Babu never helped him to get a job. He was having a rough time lately and he was completely penniless. As Bipin Babu never helped him, he wanted to punish him. Chunilal might not have a job or money, but he had a strong, imaginative power which he felt would help him to fight the ill phase of his career. Hence, he wrote a novel which was being considered by a publisher, and he was hopeful that it will see him through the next few months. Working with the text on page number 69. Question 1. The author describes Bipin Babu as a serious and hard-working man. What evidence can you find in the story to support this? Answer. Bipin Babu is described as a serious and hard-working man. He worked daily in his office. It was a big firm and he was doing a responsible job. He had been associated with this firm for the past 25 years and had a reputation for being a tireless and conscientious worker. Question 2. Why did Bipin Babu change his mind about meeting Chunilal? What was the result of this meeting? Answer. Chunilal often used to visit Bipin Babu to request him for help in getting a job. That day, Bipin Babu refused to meet him because he was feeling sick. However, he changed his mind and decided to meet Chunilal and inquire of him if the latter remembers about his Ranchi visit. Chunilal confirmed about Bipin Babu's visit to Ranchi. Hearing this, Bipin Babu, in a puzzled state, decided to consult a specialist doctor and get treatment for his memory loss. Question 3. Bipin Babu lost consciousness at Choudhury Falls. What do you think was the reason for this? Answer. Bipin Babu lost consciousness at Choudhury Falls as he realized this was the final place which would help him to recollect his memory of his previous visit to Ranchi in 1958. However, he couldn't recollect a single incident and soon fell down beside a boulder near Choudhury and broke his hip by accident. Question 4. How do you think Bipin Babu reacted when he found out that Chunilal had tricked him? Answer. When Bipin Babu found out that he was tricked by Chunilal, he was filled with remorse for not helping Chunni in his time of need. He regretted refusing to help Chunilal and realized that he had indeed become a victim of forgetfulness, as he had forgotten the real meaning of friendship at the time of his affluence. Working with language on page number 70 to 72. Question 1. Fill in the blanks below using had to, have to, has to. Number 1. I have to cut my hair every month. Number 2. We had to go for swimming lessons last year. Number 3. She has to tell the principal the truth. Number 4. They had to take the baby to the doctor. We have to complain to the police about the noise. Number 6. Romit had to finish his homework before he could come out to play. Number 7. I had to repair my cycle yesterday. You may do working with language in the book itself with pencil. Question 2 and question 3 you have to do yourself. Now let's move on to question 4. Given below are jumbled sentences. Working in groups, rearrange the words in each sentence to form correct sentences. Number 1. Answer. Stop beating about the bush and tell me what you want. Idiom. Beating about the bush. It means to avoid coming to the main point and talk vaguely. Question number 2. And the answer is If you don't pay attention to the announcement, you might board the wrong train. Idiom, pay attention. Its meaning, to listen carefully. Number 3. And the answer or the sentence for this question is, the villagers tried to pin the crime on the young woman. Idiom, pin the crime. It means to place the blame or responsibility of a crime and implicate it on a wrong person. Number 4. Sentence for it is, Bepin Babu loved telling people that he was under doctor's orders to eat early. Idiom, under doctor's order. It means to follow someone's instructions. Answer for number 5 is, the teacher raised his eyebrows when the students said that they had revised all their lessons. Idiom, raised his eyebrows. That means express surprise or doubt. Please keep your notebook work updated. Thank you, children.